and welcome back to another Flying Scotsman racing video. This week we're at Interlagos on the LFM servers, and this one's a bit of a bruiser in Brazil. So yeah, we're qualified in split one, pretty far down the pack. Haven't had a huge amount of practice, but a little bit. I've used the Eduardo Cavalli setup as per. His setups are brilliant, his track guides are amazing, so take a good look at them, please, and learn a bit of racecraft, because what you're about to see is a bit of a horror show from an awful lot of people. This is an interesting race to say the least. Many instant points were gained by an awful lot of people. As the lights come on, we get ready to go, final few seconds, get the power down, and we are off. So I'm not expecting a huge amount out of this race because I'm pretty low down on ELO in comparison to a lot of these guys, but we'll just need to see what happens. So straight down into 17th place. Let's hope it doesn't get much worse than that. I'm just going to try and stick to the inside here, try and squeeze my way through, give people a bit of room on the outside, take it easy. There's one car down already. As we make it safe and sound out of the Senate S and the Curve du Sol, we're okay. Up into 15th place, and coming down the back straight, the Reta Oposta, coming down to Desquida do Lago. I'm sure I pronounced that horribly badly, and I'm sure Cavalli will be on the line saying that's not how you pronounce that. I'm just going to tuck in behind Mezzo here and try and get him to pull me around the track a bit, show me the proper lines to take, because I'm sure mine are pretty poor. As we take on the tricky complex of Ferradura, Laranjina, Pinheirinho and Bico de Pato. These are very difficult corners, they're really complex. I'm just not finding this very easy at all. I think this is where I'm losing most of my time. As you can see, Mezzo's just getting away a bit from the way. There's a yellow flag. Have we lost somebody? Oh, it's all bunching up, but no, it looks like we're okay. Still in behind Mezzo and still way down in 15th place, but as long as I make it round lap 1, that's always pretty good. If we can make that round there without instant, that's definitely a bonus. As we come into Bico de Pato for the first time, that's a tricky hairpin here, and right at my tail is Jeff Dude, an Australian flying a Scottish flag, so obviously need to be wary of him. He'll be trying to pick my pocket. As we come into turn 12, Juncao for the first time, Juncao. It's again another difficult corner with very tight track limits here on the outside on my right there, and then kind of tucking back into take corners 13, 14, and there's somebody going very slowly. We made it past him, but he'll be coming back later. And there's Jeff Dude still on the outside trying to get around me, right behind me. Is he going to give me a bump draft? No, not this time round, he's not, and he's just slipped up the inside, so to speak. As we come back into the first corner, he'll be trying to brake as late as possible, as will I, and he's just held it on the inside there to give me plenty of room. We're a bit slidey around there. My left is all clear as we head back down this straight of Reta Oposta once more. I find myself up in 14th but slipping down, and again there's someone on my left, that's Mark Cooper, and he's looking to just beat me to the corner here, and yeah, I think he's going to make that. I'm just trying to brake as late as possible. Now there's two cars getting through. Eduardo Silva, he's pretty wild, to be honest, and there's Mark Cooper's made it through. There's a yellow flag. Who's that coming back across? And as Cooper managing just to slide up the inside of De Silva, Eduardo Silva. Oh no, there's contact between the two, and that's a bit of a disaster for Cooper, and there's Silva right in front of me. Oh, that was a horrible contact. I think Cooper had that corner, and Silva just acted like he wasn't there, took him out. That's not great. And it was a little bit of a lull, so we'll just take it forward a little bit. On to lap 3 now as we come into Ferradura once again. And there's De Silva still just in front of me, and there's a bit of a slide from Mezzo, and De Silva touches him, and then I squeeze through, and De Silva just tags me as well. Not much we could do there. That was a bit of a tricky one. There wasn't a great deal of space there. There's always chances in the Mazdas. There's so many incidents. We've got Perez and Adrian just in front of me as we're coming into Bico de Pato once more, and Perez making a dive up the inside, and there's contact, and is there enough? Yeah, there's just enough room for me to squeeze through, and interesting, that possibly to 10th place. Right, let's just take a quick look back at a couple of these incidents, shall we? So De Silva's managing to squeeze past on the inside on the Descida del Lago, but Cooper's got a good run on the on what's going to now be the inside, coming up to Ferradura, and I'm not sure whether De Silva's just not seen him, but he's just cut straight across him and just taken him out of the game. It's a bit of a disaster. Luckily, Cooper's got on the go again pretty quickly. So moving on to the next incident. And on board now with Mezzo, and Perez has come up his inside here and he's just slid slightly, and De Silva's just tagging from behind. He's so close behind, and I've just managed to squeeze in between the two of them, which is pretty lucky for me. Let's take another look at that from a different viewpoint. And now we're with my chase cam just coming in behind the two of them, and you can see Perez going up the inside there, and just a slight slide from Mezzo, and there's nothing De Silva can do, and he just tags me slightly as I go through. Now let's take a look at the final instant there, and on board my nose cam. Yeah, and Perez just sticking his nose into the vortex of danger, and the two of them come together, and I benefit from that. Anyway, moving on, and here we're on to lap 9 now, and I've got Jeff Dude right behind me, and he's doing his best to get through. He's up my inside, he's not quite going to make it there, and I've now got the inside line for the next corner. And he's now so close behind me. He was a couple of seconds behind, and he's gradually caught up as Lucas Savescu gets a drive-through for cutting. Take a note of that name, he'll be back. And Jeff trying to get past me here. I'm probably just going to give him this one. And there's that contact. I'm not sure what happened there. We've had a bit of a coming together, and that's a bit of a nightmare. However, there we go. Thanks, Jamie. It probably will polish out. As we move it on to the very last lap, lap number 11, and I find myself coming down the straight here, and we're going 3 wide. This is Savescu, who's come out of the pit lane, having served his drive-through. And this is a bit of a tricky one, trying to come through this corner 3 wide. That's probably not going to happen, and I find myself in the jam in the middle of the sandwich, the Savescu and Martin sandwich there. And this could be very interesting for the last few corners. Savescu's on a bit of a roll. He's a pretty quick driver, but yeah, pretty wild, I think. And just trying to hold my own here and not doing anything too stupid. I don't know if I'm going to get much of a chance to overtake. I'm not quite having enough room to get on Martin there. I'm not prepared to do a daft dive down the inside. But as we come in the very last few corners, this is really interesting. Yeah, can I make it through? No, not quite. He's just going to cut my nose off. Well played there, Mr. Martin. Very good. And Savescu right behind me. He's desperate to get past. And thanks for that, Savescu. Just a little bump. No real need for that. No. Anyway, last couple of corners. What's he going to do next? I'm just not very sure. Oh, and I've just gone a little bit wide. These track limits are so tight on some of these corners. It's horrific. That's a bit of a nasty, bit of a sore one to take. An extra point on my instant points. And there's Savescu trying every which way he can to get past me. There's no room through there, mate. Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. Just batter me out of the way. Feel free. Not a problem. I'll give you a bit of space here, shall I? And another touch. And another one. Oh, what? Seriously? Actually, what is he doing? That's just outrageous. Right on the finish line too. Well, let's just take a quick look at that. Just a very slow-mo replay. Yeah, he's just given me a bump. I don't know why. You know, there's not a great deal I could do. And he's had another go at it, and he's just taken me out completely. Anyway, that was the end of the race. So let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, he got some points there. Savescu got 15 seconds added on, and that drops him down to 13th, moves me up to 9th. So thanks very much for that. I also had a quick chat with the other guy that I tangled with at the end of the race, and I reckon it was just a connection issue. He looked a bit jumpy on the replay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment, feel free to subscribe. That'd be great. I'll see you next time out.